Good evening. Two international Gannon students who have had their legal statuses revoked filed lawsuits against the federal government claiming the wrongful termination of their records.
And just yesterday, a judge in Pittsburgh paused efforts to revoke their statuses, allowing them to continue class. Matt Mathias spoke to an immigration attorney and has an update on those lawsuits tonight. Matt.
Thanks, Sean and Jen. The American Immigration Lawyers Association has begun tracking what they're calling the aggressive targeting of international students and unprecedented termination of their statuses. Gannon University recently revealed that 6 of their international students and several others in postgraduate programs have had their CVIS records terminated, and in turn, so were their visas. 2 of those students, both from India, have filed a lawsuit in the Western District Court of Pennsylvania, asking for their status to be fully restored. They're some of the most recent cases of the legal status of students being called to question.
Some of the numbers we heard last week were in over 1,000 student CVIS records have been terminated. The most recent number across the country is 4,700.
The reason stated for their termination in that lawsuit was that they identified in criminal records checks and/or has had their visa revoked. According to court paperwork, both students in question were charged with a summary count of disorderly conduct in 2024 and paid a roughly $200 fine. An immigration attorney says in no way do these summary offenses mirror the type of conviction that permits the removal of their records.
And what we're seeing now is the charge itself seems to be enough to terminate the record rather than waiting to find out if the student is going to be found innocent or if the charges are going to be dropped.
Nationwide, reports from immigration attorneys paint a picture of how these screenings have been carried out.
Some of the students who were victims of domestic violence had their record terminated because I think what's happening is the government is running their names, running their fingerprints, and if there's a hit on those fingerprints at all, they're terminating the record without actually investigating if someone was the victim of a crime or the perpetrator of the crime.
Iwanenko says students have become proactive in reaching out to them just in case any threats come their way.
Not just student statuses, but marriage-based cases, employment-based cases, asylum, refugee, citizenship, green cards, across the board. I don't think people feel safe in any status right now.
And the lawsuits filed argue that the government is trying to coerce students into self-deporting. And Iwanenko says that pressure is getting to many people that she has spoken to and worked with. Sean.
Matt Mathias reporting tonight. Thank you, Matt.